Would you like to sell your Amazon products in all European marketplaces? Yes, there are a lot of challenges. In this video, our guest Stefan from SPACEGOATS talks about their solution, which simplifies the process of European expansion, and he also shares how having a holistic overview about your Amazon business will help you to stay on top of every process.
Hi, so we're here at Amazon Sellers Barcamp event in Lisbon, Portugal, and I'm here with Stefan from SPACEGOATS. So hi, how are you feeling so far?
This is great. It's like a great event to connect to people, to get new insights, new inspiration. Also feel like if you wanna put it like that, like the good energy and the inspiration and motivation. So that's why I appreciate events like this, and also, you know, there's gonna be some food. So
that's always a great bonus at Amazon Sellers events: the great food and the great company, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So before we go into some of the questions I have for you, could you shortly explain what SPACEGOATS is, what you do, how do you help companies?
Well, basically our core business is to helping sellers expand from like one marketplace to the whole EU. And we've basically developed a system where it's much easier to go without VAT registration and just sell your stuff over SPACEGOATS, simplifying processes. And also what's kind of new is we're also including UK, having a special process and a solution for this. So yeah, we consciously try to expand also the range and the portfolio of countries that we include, like in our business model.
Okay, very good. And you mentioned a little bit about VAT. So just to clarify, so what is the exact problem you're solving for a lot of these companies? What it means to actually expand to many European marketplaces if you are an Amazon seller?
Yeah. So usually you would need to register in every country. It's like a lengthy process. There's also some cost involved. There's a couple of solutions on the market. But what we provide is specifically useful for Amazon sellers because we are like a platform model. And they don't need to apply for VAT. Basically, we can much more on an eye level, on a partnership level. We try to set up processes that work. It's not like an agency; it's more like a platform, but it's like a supported platform model, if you will.
Okay, very good. And I think as you work a lot with European marketplaces, we had Brexit. So what did it mean for you, and what does it mean today for Amazon sellers? Like, what happened with all of this Brexit thing, and what's different now regarding like Amazon, let's say, fulfillment systems?
Sure. I mean, we have a specialist on this, so I will probably not dive too deep into this, but obviously, like, Brexit cut off like a very important market for us, a market that had a lot of potential, and like the political or economic imbalance, or like the toll regulations, everything that comes into this context just makes stuff much more complicated. So we've tried to set up a process, because Amazon's own process that they are trying to provide is also like running out, or partly one process that is part of it is running out this year. So we try to set up a process that is applicable in the long term, and just try to get the potential of the market, because obviously it was like a big bummer to not have this market, and to get it back, or to if you exaggerate, reconquer, like for us and our customers, was like a very important step. Yeah. It still has a long way to go regarding like regaining the initial size and also the growth, but I think we're like recapturing it basically.
Okay, and regarding European marketplaces, can you bring out some of the main, let's say, characteristics of the biggest European marketplaces? That's like some insights that could be helpful for Amazon sellers. For example, if any US sellers are now deciding whether they should go first to UK, or is it Germany, or is it something else?
Well, it totally depends on the goal that you have. I mean, of course, you can go for like the bigger marketplaces, because they obviously have like a larger potential. But you can also like try to like do an in-depth analysis first, because you want to know how is the competitive situation in the respective markets. So what you want to do first is have a look at the markets and the competitive situation in the markets, to see how much potential does a market have. It's not necessarily depending on the size, but the demand that you're expecting for your products and the competitive situation. So obviously, if like a market is like completely satiated, if you will, then the competitive situation will not allow you to penetrate the market, basically, and that's what you want to have. You want to achieve some level of depth in the market. So you want to look for a situation that's beneficial to you, of course, and also like coupled with for example, the size of the market. This makes like two factors that can, I think, determine like a scenario where you can have like a good launch, basically.
Okay, thank you. So as you're working with a lot of companies and you help basically them to sell on Amazon Marketplace, so what's the one thing you have learned, like some kind of tip or hack or just knowledge that you have learned in this process and you would like to share with other sellers and think like many sellers perhaps don't know it or could be just useful information for them? It could be about anything, either expansion, Amazon listings, Seller Central, whatever.
Yeah. Well, it's difficult to pinpoint, one specific thing because there's so many useful perspectives. So what I'll say is like, if you want to do one thing, be like holistic and try to see all the perspectives that come in. For example, the optimization perspective regarding the listings, or like the how can you structure your supply chain? This perspective. Try to employ all these different perspectives. Look through different lenses onto your business. Then I think you have like a more holistic perspective, and you can like evaluate. If you maybe it's too abstract, but then you can like evaluate the importance of the single perspectives in like the whole total holistic view.
Okay, very good. And to wrap it up, can you once more explain then what kind of companies should contact you? Like, I guess you have some kind of like, this regular profile of companies who find that your services are like, the best match for them.
Well, there's to be quite honest with you, there's like a broad array of people who are interested in working with us. And of course, it's usually people that want to expand to the EU because that's our core business. So it's just, logical in the end. But right now we're trying to refocus on like a little bit of a bigger customer group or like a more established customer group. Because we found that we can also give them like a huge opportunity to get more of the actual potential that they have, because sometimes they don't see the points where they are actually still having potential, and I think we can like support the process of like uncovering this.
Okay, and what's the best way to reach out to SPACEGOATS and learn more about what you do?
You can go to our website spacegoats.io. And you can just, have a look around, or otherwise you can just contact us via some other channel. But if you look for SPACEGOATS, you will probably find a way to contact us. And if you're not clever enough, then maybe we should work together.
Okay, so thanks again for joining me here. And I hope you enjoyed the rest of the event and also learned something new yourself that you can go back home and then apply to all of the companies and all of the businesses you work together.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
If you enjoyed the content in this video, don't forget to hit like button below and subscribe to our channel. And if you need help expanding your Amazon business to Europe without any bureaucracy complications, check the SPACEGOATS link below. They will be happy to help you. And if you contact them, don't forget to mention Orange Klik. This video was recorded during in-person event called Orange Klik Barcamp with Dragonflip, which took place in Lisbon, Portugal in summer 2022. If you would like to learn more about upcoming events we organized, check the link below in the description. And now I recommend you to watch other video with Anton Herman from SPACEGOATS, who talks in more details about opportunities you have when you want to sell your products in European Amazon marketplaces.